All right, Coach. First opened in 1999. There's a good look at First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the Cleveland Browns. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Check 31. Check. Hey, alert, 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 alert. Slam. Check, point it right, point it right, point it right. Crunch. Check 4, check 4. Switch, switch, switch. My God.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 29-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Rip right, rip right. No, no, no. Off. Switch it, switch. Regular. Shit. Hey. Hurry. My God.
Now Saquon Barkley. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
Let's go, baby. Alert.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He finds Beckham complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Let's go, baby.
It goes as a gain of 6, and it's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
180. I smell fear in that offense. Hurry. My God.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He's got Thompson here, complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game. And you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. And gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
They go play action. Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Hurry.
On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield. And that will be incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. Well, the fake punt gets only a yard, but that's enough to pick up the first. Well, you want to talk about catching the defense off guard. Opening drive, fake punt. They got it.
That had the total feel of something that was scripted during the entire week leading up to the game. They made that decision probably on Tuesday. First drive of the game, if we don't get it, we're going to fake it, and it pays off in a big way.
Run.
Mayfield off the play fake. Going up top. That's going to be caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Check. Deuce. Check 52.
Now a carry here for Hilliard. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
Lets it fly for Thielen. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen. His first touchdown on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Elliott good with a PAT, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Mayfield looks to throw. It's caught by OBJ. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 23 yards the pickup there.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 49.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Mayfield to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Danielle Hunter able to record his 5th sack of the season. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Check, 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 check. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Mayfield. Britt's got it complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 23 yards the pickup there.
Such a valuable commodity to have a tight end who can run and get open. How about what he just did there? Worked his way from right to left across the field and found his way free.
Mayfield now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10.
3 down, 3 down. Hurry, hurry. Hey, alert, 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 alert. Put your hands on him. Get hands on motion, man. Mike, 50.
Play fake. Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ben Gideon, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. To try again after the sack. Mayfield, flush to his right. He's going to look for Beckham in the end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
54's Mike, 54's Mike.
And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Get him, get him, get him.
3rd and long for Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Throwing on 1st down. Hutton. It's complete to Diggs. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On the run, this is Hilliard. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
Incomplete. It's 3rd down and 12.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Hutton. Buying time to his left. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. These two teams all tied after one. On fourth down on now is the lefty Ryan Allen to punt. And it's a fake here on 4th and inches. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him.
20. 55. Right here. Hey, 133.
On first down, it's Thompson. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Hurry, hurry. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go. Mike 55. Mike 55. Hey, eat. You must be getting tired. Hurry, hurry. Hurry. Mike 55. Up, left. Stop, D. Big stop. Let's go. Check nickel. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
From the 40 now on second down. Mayfield. He's going to look for Beckham in the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, third down.
Third down and 6 yards to go.
The Browns on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Check. Lucky. Back. 55.
To throw, Mayfield. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
King.
From the gun, Mayfield, flushed out right. He'll run it. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Able to find a lot of empty space there. Picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain.
Real.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield steps away to his left. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
180. 54. Hey, I'm coming. Right there.
Mayfield now on second down. Shakes off the side. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete.
Love his pocket awareness, able to slip out of the sack. But once you take your eyes off the receivers, once your eyes come down and you see the rush, hard to get back downfield and find an open target. Fortunate, that one just wound up as an incomplete pass.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Browns have taken the lead. And he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. Hilliard, and he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Off the play fake. Hutton. He sets to fire deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long, got to push it downfield to try and pick up the 1st down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
Rolling to his right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it was real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. Now Mayfield. Open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And an alley to run. And he slides to avoid the hit. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambled and picks up a 1st down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
That's another Browns first down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Mayfield now. Dancing to his left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the scrambler or the dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Darius Slayton, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. The extra point up and good. And it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Call that a very strong gain of 24. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Off play action. Hutton nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. 2nd and long. Being chased out left. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Tight end Irv Smith, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Check 53. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Off the play fake. Hutton going deep for Diggs. And it's knocked away and incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
No, that's you, partner. Out of his end zone, Mayfield. Catch made by Slayton. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. That's caught at the 25. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. And the kick by Butker is good. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack. A rookie QB struggling, gets thrown down to the ground there. But, you know, maybe this game, it's not over yet, but maybe this game can be a learning experience for him.
So many different things that he has to pick up on. When to go ahead and flush from the pocket and run. When to get rid of the football and not take the sack.
And the pressure gets to him again. T.J. Watt able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Now that's the way to start the second half. Back-to-back sacks. Whatever the halftime speech was, I hope they recorded it.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down. Went backwards. It's third and very long. Eluding the pressure right. Going deep for Diggs. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Returnable for Grant. The Browns drive about to get started. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out of...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ben Gideon picks up his second sack of the afternoon. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Escaping the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Bring it. Bring it. Check 9. Out.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Say hello to Eric Kendricks. He gets the sack there.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
He's going to air one out. And that is incomplete.
Well, he bounced up after taking a sack and took a shot downfield. I think a lot of us thought maybe he'd run draw in that situation. Instead, tried to get all back in one play.
Yeah, 3rd and long. Thought he needed the deep pass. Couldn't connect it.
Maybe he was hoping for a penalty downfield to give him the yardage they needed.
Good move at the 30. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Bang, 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 bang. Slam.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Hutton. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Ricky. 53.
Back to throw. Hutton, nowhere to go here. He lost lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Well, you got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide-open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
Mike, 53. 53, Mike. Watch the run. Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike.
To throw on third down. Hutton. He wants it all for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Grant. And he'll lose yardage on this one, back to the 13. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. What happened there? Was that just a missed assignment on the O-line?
It certainly felt like it, but also the speed of the play. When you're talking about defensive end, they want to be ahead of the clock, don't they? They want to be upfield, making plays on every snap. How about his agility there to run?
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
At the 24-yard line. Mayfield's pass, intended for number 87, incomplete. A gain on the play. First down, Vikings.
Here we go. 15 running. We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go. That's it.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Looking to throw. Hutton. And Diggs has it. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Irv Smith Jr., his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. They go for just 1 here as it's up and good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead, and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Throwing, Mayfield, flush to his right. Now he'll pull it down. And he's able to get up here to the 26. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and
Let's go, G.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete. And the great veteran Eric Berry back to knock that one away.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
He's coming. We got double up.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Hutton. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. 5 yards on the pickup, and just like that, it's 3rd down. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 5. Off play action. Hutton. Flushed out right. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively. Brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Here's Ryan Allen now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this punt sails over the sideline, and the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Charles, thinking back to what you said in the first quarter, that part of the magic elixir for a road victory for these underdogs was going to be winning the turnover battle. Well, they only have one right now. Look at the scoreboard.
Yeah, not exactly playing to the form that I subscribed, right? When we talk about winning that turnover battle, that evens things out, especially for a road team, especially for a team that's an underdog.
Give them 14 on that one and a first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. A run there on first down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
On 2nd down now, it's Thompson. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
3rd and short yardage. Mayfield got a man, Slayton. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 42. Mayfield now, perfect since the second half started, 7-7. It's 1st and 10. Mayfield to throw it. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. They toss it to Thompson. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And Butker able to put this one through. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know.
And oh, he coughed it up! So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity. Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
And meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Back to throw. Hutton. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
At the 36-yard line.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And they take a knee.
A loss of a yard. It's now 3rd and 13.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
A 61-yard attempt.
And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Now, Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. It's complete to Diggs. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one goes for 24 yards.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Let's go. Henry. Hey, I'm coming out to Henry. 27 Mike. 27.
On 1st and 10, Hutton. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter, and find their way open.
eluding the pressure right. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Greedy Williams picks it off. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably...
Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
Yeah, we'll see if they go back to base. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Hutton. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he'll be out right at the 35. 16 yards, a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Hutton. He's going to let it fly. It's caught inside the 25. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope. No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Back to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them.